I'm not sure the mic is working, but I think you can hear me. Welcome, everyone. On behalf of Joyce and Allie and Sam, I want to welcome you and thank you so much for coming. This has been an amazing adventure that Al has had, and summing it up with this is pretty perfect. They would like you all to know that it has been pretty incredible to see the outpouring of support from this community. And they have gotten to know different connections and relationships that he had that they never even knew. So you are overwhelming them with love today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. So beautiful.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. My name is Jake. I'm Beanie's nephew. I'm here to talk a little bit about the mourning process in Judaism. For those of you who don't know, the mourning process in Judaism is very lengthy and it's difficult to do. First 7 days is called Shiva, in which the family doesn't leave the house. They have visitors, friends and family bring them food. They also cover the mirrors in the home, so you can't look at yourself. There's no vanity allowed. There's no entertainment allowed. You just sit with your family and kind of enjoy one another's company. And I think that's kind of reflective of today when we made about 6 different plans and none of them happened. We just hung out. You wanna
Very
hand me my
wise.
phone up there real quick? So I'm going to do the Mourner's Kaddish, which is a prayer or a blessing that you recite on the anniversary of a loved one who's passed away. In the synagogue, their name is recited and they do the same prayer. And if they choose to do so, they can have their name put in the yahrzeit room where the candle is lit on that year, or on that day every year, and that's their birthday every year. So I'm going to do the Mourner's Kaddish for you guys. Hold on 1 second, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone so I don't know it by heart. I'm gonna do the first part in Hebrew, and then the second part's gonna be in English for the translation. After I say amen, you guys say amen back to me, okay? Yitgadal va'yitgadash shemei rabah ba'alma, divra chirutei va'yamlich, ma'alukete v'hayekon, uvyamekon uvchachye, b'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala, uvuzmen, kari v'imru amen, Yaheh shemei rabah mavarach la'alam, ulamei almeya itbarach, va'ishbach, va'itbarach, va'yitaromam, va'yitnaseh, va'yitnadar, va'yitaleh, va'yithalal shameh, va'kodusha, va'richu le'eleh, min kol birchata, va'shirata, tushbachata, v'nechamata, ve'imran ba'alma, v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yaheh Shalma, Rabba min Shemeh, V'chamin Elenu, V'kol Israel, V'imru Amen.
Amen.
Oseh Shalom V'imomav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Alenu, V'kol Israel, V'imru Amen.
Amen.
Alrighty. And now I'm going to do the English translation. Glorified and sanctified be God's great name throughout the world which he had created according to his will. May he establish his kingdom in your lifetime and during your days and within the life of the entire house of Israel, speedily and soon, and say, Amen.
Amen.
May his great name be blessed forever and to all eternity. Blessed and praised, glorified and exalted, extolled and honored, adored and lauded by the name of the Holy One. Blessed be he, beyond all the blessings and hymns, praises and consolations that are ever spoken in the world, and say, Amen.
Amen.
May there be abundant peace from heaven and life for us and for all Israel, and say, Amen.
Amen.
He who creates peace in the celestial heights, may he create peace for us and for all Israel. And say, Amen. In honor of Alan Wizer, my uncle, we miss him dearly.
Amen.
Hello. I am Patrick. I am another one of his nephews. And I will do a reading. I'll be reading I Carry Your Heart by E. Cummings. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate. For you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever moon has always meant, and whatever sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root and the bud of the bud and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
The light's turning red. What does that mean?
You have to talk loud.
Hi, my name is Tim Hayes. I'm Al's nephew. He is my mom. I sent some of this on Facebook right after Al died. That was a lot easier because on Facebook no one can see you cry.
We all cried too. When you're there.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that I was able to be here to help celebrate the life of my Uncle B. I know that he preferred us to call him Al from the civilians, but that's not how I remember it, and that's not going to happen. So I'm sorry, Beanie. Al, Beanie it is. I'm so glad to be here together with his wife, his children, his sisters, all of his nieces and nephews, and so many friends that have come out. Few people could make it. Testing. Oh. Few people could make an impression like my Uncle Beanie could. And I don't know anyone who could make a friend as quick. A good friend of mine who met Beanie only once at my wedding reception recalls Beanie coming up and just talking to him like they'd known each other for decades. And I'm sure many of you have stories about Beanie meeting your friends and immediately ingratiating himself into your life or and in their hearts. And I'm sure that that's exactly how many of you met him. But it's very important we do not forget about Beanie's mischievous streak. I don't often use the word mischievous to describe someone, but he was mischievous indeed. He had the giggle and the smile to match. We all have stories about him, some that are appropriate for this event, and many that aren't. And I'd like to share some of mine, specifically the ones that earned him the reputation as the bad influence uncle. Beanie was the kind of uncle that might send you a BB gun for Christmas without asking your mom, because he knew she might say no. He made sure that me and my brother knew some high-quality dirty jokes before we probably should have known high-quality dirty jokes. One of the best, if not most useful pieces of advice I ever got from him was that you cannot get food poisoning from 7-Eleven hot dogs because you can't get food poisoning from something that's not food. My brother Joel, who is deeply sad that he can't be here today, told me that Beanie taught him how to talk his way out of a ticket for not having your dog on a leash in a national forest. That's very specific, and I don't know why, but it's good. My little sister Libby also recalled the time that Beanie took her to get her ears pierced when she was 7 without telling my mom. And he told her that they had to go to the store and she had to call him daddy.
And she did.
When Vinny was not towing the line with his sisters and showing his nieces and nephews how to have a good time, he was looking out for me. He gave me a job. He gave me a job at the Colorado Mountain College when I was in high school, and I believe they are still cleaning up the paint I spilled all over the campus 20 years later. Later, he would call me and tell me I really needed to get my master's degree so I could come work at CMC, which is something he often offered and very often called me about. He gave me my grandfather's mezuzah, which is a Jewish necklace thing. But it's very dear to me, and I still don't know if it's dear to me because it was my grandfather's or because it was a gift from me. His home was always open. My brothers and I all stayed there at some point in our youth. He even, in one of like the most beneficent tasks I've ever seen someone do, took in myself, my brother Joel, and my sister Libby, and then drove us along with Allison, Sam, and Joyce for a rifle to Gulf Shores, Alabama, which would have been hard enough as it was if my brother did not have altitude sickness, car sickness, and a horrifically bad sunburn.
It was a rough trip.
It is an adventure that is still vividly remembered by everyone that was in that minivan.
True.
But that's just the kind of guy he was. He would do anything for his family, and I do not doubt that generosity extended to his friends and acquaintances. We all miss his love, his humor, his warm presence, that smile and giggle, and his luxurious mustache. Even though he will be present at our family gatherings no longer, his heart, his spirit, the impact he has had on so many will provide guidance and comfort as we go through life. I will do my best to carry your memory in my heart and live my life in a way that would make you proud. A task that will be all the easier having your example to look to. I will make sure my daughter is told every story I know about you. Probably not every story. We miss you, Uncle Beanie. We miss you so much, and we will remember you always and forever.
I think it's on. It's good.
Hi, John.
Just hit the button until it flashes.
Hi. I think it was red when I had it.
Sorry.
I don't think it.
Where's Kyle? Can we get some batteries?
I bet we can hear.
My name's Mike. I got into this family by marrying Beanie's sister. And we've been together about 40 years. We have 5 children between us. When I married Muggy, I had 2 children. And we've had 3 since then. As soon as I got together with Muggy, Beanie and Joyce adopted the 2 older kids. I mean, they're part of the family. They have been ever since day one. Is it working?
Yeah.
All right. I don't have to yell. So anyway, that's the reason I'm here. The kids' names are Tim, Libby, Tim, Shelley. I do this all the time.
Darwin Tell.
Want us to help you, Joel? Joel?
Shelley, Tim, Joel, and Libby.
Doug.
And I'm not gonna mention his name again, I'm just gonna say, Kit.
He said Doug.
Oh, he said Doug. Okay.
I heard it.
I'm a pretty lazy writer, so that's the last time I'm gonna say their names. The way I see Beanie, he was a giver. And if you left his house, you left with something. It could be a book, it could be a napkin or a bottle of whiskey or whatever, you know, a golf club or something. But sometimes you may not want it. So this trip to Alabama that Tim talked about, Maggie and I had to work, so we flew down there. Beanie offered to drive the kids all the way from Rifle to Alabama. But the day before that, he drove all the way to Salt Lake and picked them up at the airport and drove them back. And he never asked for anything. He just, it was his idea. We did this whole thing, and Joel got sick, and all this stuff happened. They drove there and back, and then back to the Salt Lake airport. And he never complained, never expected anything in return. But one day he's looking at me and he goes, "You owe me, Hayes." So that was the only time I ever heard him complain just a little bit. My kids, he gave them so much. He had just a huge impact on our family. He would also give gifts that were called the gift that keeps on taking. He gave Joel a bass guitar that cost us probably $2,000 before we were done with it, but Joel learned how to play the guitar, and he still has one. So that was the good thing about that. I just sort of wrote these notes down as I was traveling down here. Tim touched on how he gave them summer jobs, all three of the boys. Doug came down here from Oregon when he was 17 or 18 and hooked up with the Wizer family and got a job as a contractor, and we put him up for a while, and he's been here ever since, and he's doing real good. His nieces, nephews, and grandnieces and nephews talked about him all the time. He just absolutely believed in the family. So I wrote a little list here of the most important things to him in order I feel like he would pick. And the first 5, number 1 would be family. Number 2 would be family. Number 3 would be family. 4 would be friends, and 5 would be golf. Maybe. He had a great impact on my golf game. Not that you would associate great with my golf game anyway. Although I'm not really holding him responsible for that. We live about 1,100 miles apart, so we didn't get to golf very much. The first time we golfed was in Gaylord, Michigan, and it was the first day that either one of us golfed. So we were really bad. He improved, but I didn't. He promised me that we would only golf together when we were on vacation, but he broke that promise and became a very good golfer. While I was golfing with him, I noticed that he he swore when the ball didn't go where it was supposed to go, like all of us do, but he always had a good attitude. He was always
excited to golf, and he golfed a lot. And he was always positive. And when I would golf with him, he would always find something positive to say about my golfing, which is very hard to do. And it's something like, at the end of the day, he goes, "You had a great drive on 12. You almost made it past the women's tee." Which was the truth. So, just ramble on here. I think I'm going to end this with something I heard him say a couple times. I may have not written it down right, but it's going to be hard for me to read this. But he used to say, "I know I'm going to heaven because my sisters, my wife, and my kids are. And it wouldn't be heaven for them if I wasn't there."
So nice that he thought we were all going.
I need my drink for this. Jane's favorite, Jameson's Irish.
Cheers.
Here. So, I'm Mark, a big title. Okay, trying to do this. And, okay, Sam, smack me.
Take a drink.
Take a drink? Okay. That was tough. Talk me into it. Anyways, thanks for coming. Really, really important. And a special thanks to Kyle and Mike and Cynthia, Candy, and all of you here at the Rifle Golf Course, because this was a special place for him. He was especially proud of Rifle Creek, so it's especially fitting that we're celebrating his life here today. And this place truly provided him with such great joy, especially in the last couple years. Golf here is great, but the people are greater. Bear with me.
Take a drink.
Is there some kind of drinking game?
You all made it happen, and thank you for that. It's clear that Alan meant a lot to many people. We've heard a lot of that already, and I'm sure there's a lot of stories that you all have to tell, especially those of you that golfed with him. He was truly the man that his dog thought he was. He was a great person, father, brother, friend. His legacy lives on in all of us. Always brought a smile to our faces. Trying.
Doing great.
We get it.
We love you.
Thank you. And always wanted to leave us smiling. He did this in a lot of different ways. Some of them not so subtle. Some of them a little sneakier. One thing I learned early on was not to give him my business email. Most of what he sent me would be true. So, about 3 years ago, we were together in Vegas for a family reunion, family get-together. Actually, it was our nephew's bachelor party. And mysteriously, a hooker started calling my room in the middle of the night. She was insistent. And I'm going, my wife is not going to like this. She's right in bed with me. That didn't matter to her. So, I just found out yesterday that it was Al that gave her my room number. Honest to God, just yesterday, Tim told me. So you know, his heritage is such, clearly proud of his Jewish heritage, but his mom was from Ireland, an Irish doctor. They met in the war, his mom and dad, in Europe, World War II. And so that little Irish side of him stuck out a lot, the mischievous side, as Tim called it. And you know, so we had a few key learnings from that, and he liked to take care of the kids. His favorite saying passed down from his grandfather was, and you heard it a lot from him, life is tough, but it's tougher when you're dumb. I don't know why you're laughing. He might have said that about you. One of the things he always says is, when it comes to skiing, it doesn't matter how good you are, it only matters how good you look. For my son Shane, he took pride in giving Shane his first drink of beer when he was about 15, and told him, when you have a beer with your dad, be sure you make it seem like it's the first time you've ever tasted it. He was a stickler about the rules of golf, as many of you know. Some might have incurred his wrath. On the golf course, one of his rules was always putt them all and play it where it lies. Unless you're playing with the geezers at Rifle Creek and you need to identify it. And always bring chocolate to your nurses and donuts to your mechanic. Is that the mechanic?
The nurse.
So, never go to Texas in the summer. I tried to talk him into it many times when we were living down there. And never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So, he was always proud of his Irish heritage, as I said. So I'm going to close with his favorite Irish toast. So if you would raise your glass, and if you don't have one, you'll be able to get one in the bar shortly after I'm done talking.
You're paying?
I could. I wouldn't mind. May those who love us, and those who don't love us, may God turn their hearts. And if he doesn't turn their hearts, may he turn their ankles. So we'll know them by their limb.
Cheers.